Hello guys and welcome to a new video to the JavaFX 8 tutorial. And today's video will be about BorderPane. Okay, so let's start. Okay, here we are in NetBeans and I have created this code for you guys in order to explain to you how it works, how a BorderPane works. Okay, so let's go to our first slide. Okay, so here we are in our first slide. And well, I'm gonna explain you the principles of the BorderPane. So the main idea of the BorderPane is to organize nodes or to organize panes inside our stage in 5 positions. Okay, so that's the first principle of the BorderPane, that it offers 5 positions. Okay, the top position, the bottom position, the left, the right, and the center position. The same as you can see here in the image is the same as you will have in your application. Okay, so inside these positions we can add nodes. But it is important to mention that you will be able only to add one node per position or per area. Okay, one node. It can be a pane if you want, and inside this pane you can add more nodes if you want, or it can be a shape or a control, an application control. Okay, but only one node per area, per position. That's the idea. In addition to this, we can exclude areas if we want. We don't need to add all the 5 areas in our application. For example, we can add only the nodes to the top, the bottom, the left, and the center area if we want, and we can exclude the right area. Or maybe we only want to add a node to the left, center, and right area and exclude top and bottom areas. That's up to you, but that's possible to do with the BorderPane as well. Okay, so let's talk about the size of the position and the BorderPane. So first of all, we need to say that the BorderPane will be attached to the borders of the stage. Okay, if the BorderPane is the root node of your application, the borders of the BorderPane will be attached to the borders of the stage. Okay, so the BorderPane will grow to the borders of the stage. Okay, and then the size of the position is as follows. The top and the bottom area will go horizontally, will go from one border of the stage to the other border of the stage, and will grow the size to the highest node inside of it. Okay, and the top position, the bottom position will do the same, will grow to the size of the highest node inside of it towards the center of the stage. Okay, the left and the right area will go from one border of the top to the border of the bottom. Okay, the left and the right area, and will grow to the size, and horizontally will grow to the size of the widest element inside of it. Okay, so they will grow as well towards the center of the stage. Okay, in the center area, the space assigned to the center area will be the remaining space between the other positions. Okay, that's how it works, the center area. Okay, and then we have alignment for each of the positions, and the top position will align its element to the top left top left position. The left position will align its element to the top left corner as well. The bottom position will align the element to the bottom left, and the right position to the top right corner, and the center position will align the its element to the center position. Okay, well, that's by default, but we can override this alignment if we want. Okay, inside the application. Okay, so that's how a BorderPane works. And well, these lines of code here show us how to add the elements to each of the positions. We have methods. The method set top, set bottom, set right, set left, and set center, and we are only allowed to add one node per area. It can be a pane. For example, these 4 methods here. They are passing a pane, each of them, and this set center is passing a shape, a rectangle. Okay, so that's the so that's how we add elements to the top, to the positions inside the border pane. So now let's go to NetBeans and see how this looks in the code. Well, and here we are in NetBeans, and here's the code. Well, one of the things that I would like to understand is that all the panes that you add inside one of the positions of the border pane, the behavior of these panes will be the same. The H box, the B box, and the flow pane. Those are the three panes that we have seen so far. They will behave the same as I explained in other videos. Okay, so I don't think that it will take us too long to analyze this code. I just wanted to show you how a couple of things that you need to know. Well, for the top area we're defining, or we're using an H box, and we are adding three elements: a rectangle, a text element, a text node that we are going to review later in future videos, and also a button as well. Okay, so we are adding these elements to the H box, as you can see here in this line. The H box is the top, that's the name of the H box, top. We're adding the three elements, and also we are creating, for the bottom area, we're creating a flow pane, and we are defining the H gap and the V gap for those elements, and we are adding three elements: an ellipse, a rectangle, and a text node as well. Okay, so the flow pane, as you remember in the last video, the flow pane has 400 pixels of size by default. If the elements inside of the flow pane, the width of the elements inside of the flow pane, or the height of the elements, depending on the orientation, are more than those 400 pixels, a new row or a new column will be created, and the elements will continue flowing in that new row or new column. Okay, so here in the border pane, when you add the flow pane to a position or one of the areas, in this case the bottom, the total size of the flow pane will be the same size as the area, or in this case as the stage. Okay, so we don't have those 400 pixels anymore. If we have a stage of, for example, in this case 600 pixels width, that value of the flow pane will be now 600 pixels. So we need to pass those 600 pixels in order to create a new row or a new column inside the application. Okay, so here is the flow pane, and we are adding the elements to the flow pane here. Okay, for the bottom area. For the right area, we are adding a B box, a vertical box, and we're saying a spacing of 10 pixels between each element. Also, we are creating three rectangles with different colors, so you can see them in the application. We are adding the three rectangles to this V box here in this line, and for the left area we are using a V box as well with the same spacing of 10 pixels, and we are creating three rectangles as well and adding them to the V box here in this line. Okay, and then for the center area we are using a rectangle, and we only need to add this rectangle to the position. Okay, so here are the lines of code that assigned each of the panes above to each of the areas of the border pane. For example, we have the set top, we have top element, which is an H box. And the bottom we have for the bottom position we have the bottom element, another which is a flow pane, and for the right and the left area we have these two nodes here, that they are a V box. And here we are in the rectangle for the center position, which is this one here. Okay, so we are adding to the scene the V pane, the border pane, to the scene directly because this border pane is our root node in this case. And well, this is how it looks when you run the application. Okay, so here we have the 5 positions. We have the center position with our rectangle at the center, aligned to the center, and then we have the top position with our H box with one button here, another rectangle, and another text node. Here we have the bottom position with our flow pane. Okay, and as you can see, the width, the total width of these elements is more than 400. Yes, but now remember that the flow pane, that limit will change and will be the same as the width of the stage or of the bottom area. So that's why we don't have here another row in the flow pane. But I will show you in just a few seconds how we can create another row if we pass this size. Okay, so we have here with the left and the right area with our VBox with its spacing here. Okay, well, and we can change the size of the stage and see how it looks. Okay, as you can see, the border pane, the size of the center position is changing. Okay, because this is the it depends on the size of the other positions. So that's why we can change the size. Okay, for example, here we have we can the width of the stage, we can modify it into each order, and you can see another row has been created in the flow pane at the bottom position. Okay, so we can continue, and you can see now we have 3 rows here. Okay, so that's the only change that you will notice in a flow pane when added to one of the positions of the bottom of the positions of the border pane. Okay, so this is how it works. Another thing that we can see inside with the border pane is that we can add, for example, we can add another pane as the root node, and then inside of this pane we can add the border pane. In this case, we can define a preferred size for the border pane inside the stage, and that's how we use this setPrefSize method. Okay, so we can define the width and the height of the border pane inside that root node, and this border pane will be adopt the size that we want inside the stage. Okay, so that's another principle of the border pane, and I will show you how to do it. I will activate this line of code. We're setting up preferred size, and also we are activating this flow pane as a root node. Okay, and inside this root node, this flow pane, we are adding the border pane. Okay, so now we change here the root node of the application inside the scene will be the flow pane now, which will contain our border pane. Okay, so now I want to show you how it looks. Okay, as you can see, now it looks different, right? The border pane looks different. This means that we are now defining a size for the border pane. Why? Because it is inside another node inside the scene, the scene. Okay, if we maximize this, you can see that the border pane has now a fixed size, a fixed width, and a fixed height. Okay, why? Because it is now inside another node, another pane, and if this pane is the root node, then we can make, or we can define another, we can define the size that we want inside the border pane. Okay, so that's how the border pane works. I hope you find it useful, and thank you. So that's it for today, guys, and thanks for watching again. And please don't miss the next video. It will be about the grid pane, another JavaFX 8 pane. And well, please like, subscribe, and share, and see you next time.